AITAH for calling out my wife's infidelity with my brother in front of our families? Story 1. Hey everyone, I'm really struggling with a personal situation and could use some objective opinions. My 35M wife 33F and I have been married for 8 years. We have 2 kids and on the outside seem like a happy couple. But I've recently discovered that she's been cheating on me with my brother 38M. It started with little signs I dismissed as stress or overthinking. Then I noticed a lot of secretive behavior, texts she'd hide, late nights out, and even her mood swings that I initially thought were just due to work stress. When I finally confronted her, she denied it at first, then confessed she and my brother had been having an affair for over a year. I was devastated, and she apologized, saying it was a mistake and she wanted to work things out. Here's where things get complicated. My brother is married with 3 kids. Our families are close, and we see each other often at family gatherings. I was furious and decided to confront them both during our last family dinner. I didn't hold back, and I let everyone know what they'd been doing behind our backs. It caused a huge scene. My parents were devastated, and my sister-in-law was in tears. It was like a bomb went off, and I'm not sure if our family can recover from it. Now my wife says I overreacted, and that I shouldn't have humiliated everyone like that. She claims we could have handled it privately, and my brother is saying the same thing. But I felt like I needed everyone to know the truth, because keeping it a secret felt like enabling them to continue lying. AITAH for exposing their affair in front of our families? Should I have handled it differently? Or was my reaction justified given the betrayal I felt? Thanks in advance for your thoughts. I know this is a messy situation, but I need some perspective. Our advice. It sounds like you're dealing with a deeply painful and complex situation, and my heart goes out to you. Infidelity within a family can shatter trust and bring about immense emotional turmoil. Here's some advice. Seek support. This is a lot to handle alone. Consider confiding in a trusted friend or seeking therapy to help process your emotions and navigate this difficult time. Consider the children. Remember that your kids are also affected by this situation. It's essential to prioritize their well-being and shield them from unnecessary conflict and tension as much as possible. Communication. While it's understandable that you felt the need to confront your wife and brother publicly, consider whether there could have been a less dramatic way to address the situation. Direct, honest communication is crucial, but it's essential to find the right time and place for such conversations. Long-term consequences. Think about the long-term effects of your actions on your family relationships. While you may have felt justified in exposing the affair, consider whether it will hinder the possibility of reconciliation or further strain family dynamics. Moving forward, reflect on what you need for your own healing and what steps you want to take regarding your marriage and relationship with your brother. Whether that involves seeking counseling, setting boundaries, or making decisions about the future of your marriage, prioritize your own well-being and needs. Ultimately, only you can determine the best course of action for yourself and your family. It's okay to seek guidance and support as you navigate this challenging situation. First comment. Absolutely NTA. The audacity for anyone to call you the antagonist is beyond comprehension. You were cornered into an impossible scenario created by the infidelities of those you ought to trust the most. Like pulling off a bandage, confronting the wound is needed for it to heal. What your wife and brother did was a dance of deceit performed over a year, not an impromptu stumble. You did what was necessary, not just for your own peace of mind, but for the sake of transparency within the family. It's far better that the wound is exposed to the air and treated, rather than wrapped up tightly, festering away into something even more toxic. And to those who lament the public nature of the revelation, remember that it's the actions of the unfaithful, not the unveiling of their actions, that truly ruins relationships and trust within a family. Stay strong and hold your head high knowing that your integrity remains intact. Second comment. AITAH. You didn't overreact, you merely reacted to an emotionally devastating betrayal. Give yourself some grace. The majority of us keyboard warriors have no idea how we would react to a double betrayal such as this. You didn't humiliate anyone but the 2 snakes who were hoping you'd keep your mouth shut so that they didn't have to deal with the consequences of their actions. This was not a one-time occurrence but a year-long affair. The cheaters deserve to be fully exposed with no further room to continue to lie. I can't even with the audacity of your wife even proposing that the 2 of you could work it out. How? Make it make sense. You still deserve to know what your brother is capable of, to know to get tested, and to know she has some decisions to make on how she wants to proceed with her marriage divorce. I'm sure your parents are devastated by your brother's behavior, not by you or your reaction. If I am wrong, then ask them how they think they would have responded to such a betrayal. Anything short of their full support and understanding may give you some insight on how your brother became the scumbag he is. Do yourself a favor and stop listening to your wife and your brother. Go consult an attorney and start to figure out what your options are. Story 2. AITAH for telling my mill to get out of my house after she traveled 3 hours to come visit? My husband has a habit of never telling me when he is expecting guests, and to be blunt, I'm tired of it. We have an 8-month-old, and there has been at least 15 occasions now where he has invited his mother or sister over and just not told me, starting from 4 days PP. They both live 3 hours away. Well, my mill showed up here on Saturday and I had just laid down with our daughter to take a nap maybe 20 minutes prior. Like I literally just fell asleep with my breast out, because I breastfeed when my mill and husband walk into the bedroom. I wake up to my husband pulling my shirt back into a decent position and him saying, "Hey, Mom's here to see us." I say, "Well, I just got the baby down for a nap, so we aren't available." He kind of whispers to me and says, "Babe, she just traveled 3 hours to see us. You can take a nap after she leaves." I have had the same repeated conversation with this man about my thoughts on guests when I have not been informed beforehand, and due to this, I got incredibly pissed off and told him to get out of the room, now. Well, my mill says something to the effect of, "Come on, up you go. I didn't travel down here for nothing," and starts pulling the blanket off me. So I snapped and said, "Yes, you did travel down here for nothing, because me and my daughter are not going to get out of bed for an unannounced guest. Get out." Now my husband just looked embarrassed and told his mom, "Let's go," and pulled her out of the room as she was bitching about respect and whatever else. I heard the front door slam. I went back to sleep. I woke up an hour and a half later, and my husband was sitting at the kitchen island with a pissed off look on his face, and as soon as he saw me, he unleashed. Said that he can't believe I would embarrass him like that, and that it's not like it would have killed me to get my ass out of bed for 30 minutes so his mother could see me and the baby. I once again told him that unless he loops me in, I'm not open to guests. I'm done not being told what's going on and feeling like I'm in the dark in my own home. Now he swears up and down that he did tell me, when I know for an absolute fact that he did not. He's trying to play the "she traveled 3 hours for nothing" card, but I truly don't care. I was tired and I needed sleep. Visiting with an unannounced to me guest was not on my priority list. AITAH? Our advice. Navigating boundaries with in-laws can be challenging, especially with a new baby in the mix. It sounds like you've had repeated conversations with your husband about the importance of being informed about guests beforehand, which is completely reasonable. It's not just about inconvenience, it's about respecting each other's need for communication and personal space, especially in your own home. In this situation, you were clear about your boundaries and needs, but they were disregarded. Your reaction might have seemed harsh, but it was a direct response to feeling disrespected and overwhelmed. It's important for your husband to understand and respect your boundaries, especially since you're also caring for a young child. Your husband's frustration may stem from embarrassment, but it's crucial for him to recognize the validity of your feelings and the importance of communication in your relationship. It might be helpful to have a calm conversation during a neutral time, emphasizing how his actions affect you and the importance of mutual respect in your household. You're not the A for asserting your boundaries, especially in a situation where you needed rest and privacy. It's essential to prioritize your well-being, especially as a new parent. It's also worth discussing a system for communication about guests in the future to avoid similar conflicts. First comment. A. It sounds like your husband Mill haven't been trained on basic respect. Mill undoubtedly knows he doesn't inform you of when he's invited her, so it is incumbent upon her to inform you. It would be extremely easy for her to send you a text or call, say, "I've been invited to visit this Saturday. I should be there about noon, if that's convenient." Yet she isn't doing that because she doesn't care if you want her in your home or not. Her point-blank disrespect is equally evident in her literally pulling the blanket off of you while ordering you to get up in your home is nauseating. If my Mill came into my home bedroom unannounced, pulled the cover off me while telling me to get it, it would be the last thing she ever did in my home. But things never should have gotten this bad. Your spineless, disrespectful husband should have known better, not allowed this to get to this point, where his mommy thinks she can come into your home, pull the covers off you like she would her own disrespectful teenager back in the day. You should have been the one that unleashed on your limp noodle husband, not the other way around. Second comment. Guy, up. This sounds a lot like my mom. What finally worked was me not being accommodating. One day I finally told her that she needed to call before she showed up at my house. No exceptions. I stopped letting her in. "You didn't call. We're busy." She totally lost her shit the first few times, and it was not fun for me. I wanted to cave. I wanted to keep the peace, but I held strong. That was maybe a decade ago, and our relationship started to completely shift after that. You show people how they can treat you. If they can get away with it, they will. Do not let her. If she stops getting what she wants, she will be forced to learn to play by the rules. She won't like it, she'll whine and cry, but stay strong. It'll suck right now, but your future self will thank you. Same goes for your husband. You're a mom now. You don't have time for this crap. He either listens to you or not. Is he freaking out because you set a boundary? Tell him he can't talk to you like that and he needs to leave. You can do this. I found one of the best things about being a parent is that you're just too dang tired to take crap. I believe in you.